you are on a low income, today is the last day to put a claim in for pension credit, which will grant you an extra £650 cost of living payment that the government's offered. And this support package was announced in May. It will be paid in 2 lump sums, and Age UK are urging all pensioners to apply if you can. Melanie Wicklin is the CEO of Age UK Cambridgeshire and Peterborough and joins us this morning. Hi, Melanie.
Hi, good morning.
So first of all, perhaps the stupid question, but who qualifies for pension credit?
Okay, so anybody of pensionable age can qualify for pension credit. It's quite a complex benefit. So the general rule of thumb is that if you're of state pension age, i.e. you're 66 or over, and your weekly income is less than £200, then there's a fair chance that you will be entitled to pension credit.
And does it matter if you're living with somebody, if you've got a partner and they're a different age to you or younger than you?
No, it doesn't matter. So we would strongly recommend that the money is claimed. So it's based on your income. Everything will be looked at, and there's a lot of, as I say, it's quite a complex situation, but the general rule of thumb is income of less than £200 per week, and then it's worth making a claim. Of course, we are on the last day today. Obviously, I'd recommend that people claim this regardless of whether it's today or in the future. But if they are able to claim today, then they will, and they are successful with their claim, then they will be eligible for the cost of living payment.
Are you worried that people are going to miss out? How widely has this been publicised that people kind of need to get in before today?
It's been very widely publicised by ourselves, by local authorities, by the government, people like Martin Lewis. It's all over. But it's quite a large payment, which is not means tested. It's a payment of £650, which will be paid in 2 lump sums. So that's for people who are struggling with the cost of living, with their fuel, with heating, with eating, with just general cost of, maybe they need taxis and they're having to travel and they're having to think about paying for those now because everything is rising in cost. Then that money could go quite a long way for them. So it's been publicised a lot, but I guess the difficulty for some people is actually accessing a computer and having the skills to actually make that claim today. But that doesn't mean that if you need to claim at a later date, then we can help. The beauty of this is that claim will be backdated 3 months, so it would mean that you'd still be eligible if you make that claim.
So for people who are listening to this and thinking, I really should be applying for pension credit, but I don't have a computer and I need to get the form in, is this a case of seeing if you can go to your library, seeing if there's a family member who can help you with this today just to get it in? It
is. So if you've got a family member who could help, then honestly, I would suggest that that's probably the easiest course of action for you. As I say, it can be backdated. I am not clear whether if it's backdated but the claim isn't in before the 18th or before the end of the close of play today, whether the £650 will still be payable. That's not clear. We've done a lot of research and it's not actually clear.
So better to be safe than sorry.
Better to be safe than sorry, but still I would encourage everybody who would, to come to us, Age UK, Cambridgeshire and Peterborough, if you're not able to do it. We won't be able to help you today. We're very busy helping a lot of people at the moment with the cost of living crisis, but we will be able to help in the future. But, this essentially for some people could be as much as an additional £65 per week. That's quite a lot of money in a difficult situation. But not only that, it does open doors for other financial support for all pensioners, such as council tax discounts. That in itself frees up cash. But for anybody over 75 who is entitled, they are then entitled to the free TV licence. So £65 in itself is quite a lot of money. Not everybody would be entitled to that amount, but even if it's a very small amount, it does free up money elsewhere. So it's definitely worth considering.
When we mentioned this on the show yesterday that we were going to be talking about this, we immediately got an anonymous question from a pensioner who's on pension credit and had heard nothing about this and wondered who is eligible for the £650 you've mentioned. Will it just be paid automatically if you are on pension credit?
Yes, it will. It will be paid automatically. I imagine the government are very busy handing out this money at the moment. It will be paid automatically in 2 lump sums. So it won't be paid with your welfare benefit, your pension credit. It will come separately, and there'll be 2 payments. The first one being £326. Now, some people will already have received that towards the end of July, but they will be going through this in waves, let's say. So just give it a little bit of time, I would suggest, because that payment will be coming to you. If you have any problems, then please do get in touch with us if you've not received it, let's say, by the end of August. So that first payment of £326 will be with you at any point, and then £324 will be paid in the autumn. And it's just worth pointing out as well, this money is in addition to the £400 credit that everybody is going to receive on their fuel. So that's going to go automatically to the fuel providers as a credit.
You said that you're extremely busy at the moment because of the crisis and various people getting in touch with you. What are the main problems people are getting in touch about?
I have to say, from an emotional perspective, this is a really tough time for so many people. I think many people are experiencing a huge amount of pressure from a financial perspective. We have people who have never asked for any financial help in their lives. They've always managed well, and no doubt they still are managing well. It's just the sheer fact that their income isn't matching their outgoings. We have people who are having to use food banks and having to access those. And I also know that food banks aren't necessarily receiving the level of donations that they were in the past because everybody is feeling the pinch. We have people who are anxious because they know that we're to expect not only rising cost of living, but specifically around fuel. And let's face it, it is only the summer at the moment. So we know that prices are going to increase from October again, and we're all going to need to use our heating more. And older people, if they have frailties or underlying health conditions, really do need to use their heating, because the cold can exacerbate illness. And then we're talking about completely different situations, a rise in people being admitted to hospital, being unwell, and the worst. So it's a very anxious time, but it's a very real time. People really are struggling. So, I'll just use this moment to thank our teams of staff and volunteers who are on a daily basis supporting everybody in what, it's quite an emotional time.
It sounds like your team are making a big difference to people.
Yeah.
Being able to ring someone, have some reassurance, be pointed in the right direction must be making a big difference.
It really is. And I'm talking about this on the radio on Tuesday with one of your colleagues. We are administering the Household Support Fund. So I think it's just worth mentioning to the listeners that there are letters, again, being sent out in waves from your local authority to advise you of the Household Support Fund, which is another fund that this is something, again, that has to be applied for, but it's being administered by ourselves for the older persons element of the Household Support Fund. And just to reassure everybody, because some people have concerned that this may be a scam, you should only receive one letter. It will be from your local authority. It does have my signature on it as well, Melanie Wickland from Age UK, Cambridgeshire and Peterborough, and we are administering that fund, and that is a payment of up to £200 as well. So that's another payment that is available at a local level for anybody who's struggling. We have had of people claiming that over the last few days when they received their letter. So don't be afraid to give us a call about that as well.
Well, thanks for all the hard work you and your team are doing, and thank you for your time this morning.